because St. Peter's was genuinely stunning. I mean, there was just, you go into that game, they're like, even, Kentucky didn't play great in the SEC tournament. They win one game, they get bounced by Tennessee. Okay, that team, even with the injuries, played pretty darn well down the stretch. I mean, they had the loss at Arkansas, but that was a close game. They beat Ole Miss, Florida, and in the year, I think it was. So, they weren't necessarily limping to the finish line. They didn't play great in the SEC tournament, but it wasn't anything to the point of, well, they're going to go out and lose to St. Peter's that no one – I mean, I grew up an hour from St. Peter's. I'd never heard of them. So that was just genuinely like you're taking it all in and you're just stunned. Like, how the hell is this happening? Where this game, like I said, there was some uneasiness going in. And early in the game, you could feel it. When Oakland started, I think, 1 for 10, and Kentucky couldn't get out to a big lead, it was like, uh-oh, here we go. Then Golke starts getting hot, and the confidence starts to build on the other side. The building, as Greg Campy said it would, started to go against Kentucky because, there was a really good, Kentucky contingency there. But, Thursday night, people are still working. Not everyone's going to get to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I get it. So the building between, Oakland fans, NC State fans, Texas Tech fans, they wanted Kentucky to lose. And I don't blame them. Just how it turned in Indy, except there was a much longer contingency in Indy because it's, 3 hours down the road. But there was just it was different in the sense where I could see it the whole game. Like I didn't let myself even think they were going to lose to St. Peter's until overtime. Like I even thought when the game went into overtime, they'd probably pull it out. It'd be a scare. It'd be who the hell knows what's going to happen on Saturday against Murray or at that point San Francisco. But it's like, all right, survive in advance. It happens. This one, it just felt like they were going to lose. Like I couldn't see them winning. The only time I thought for a second maybe they were going to pull this thing out is when I think they cut it to 1 and they needed one more stop. And I figured, all right, maybe they'll get the ball back down 27 seconds. And, the way Reeves was going the whole game, with the way Mitchell was getting to the paint, maybe they can get, or I think Mitchell was still not fouled out yet. But at least with Reeves, the way he was going, I felt like, all right, they'll have a possession here to have a chance. But then DQ Scott hits a 3 in the corner, and it's 4, and it's over. So, that's the big difference. This one kind of felt like it was happening pretty early, where the St. Peter's game, Calipari at that point hadn't lost a first-round game, I don't think. I think he was undefeated in the first round. So it was completely unprecedented. It was completely new. It was that, you want to think it was going to be a one-off. And, I think these last 2 years, the way they've been unable to respond shows it wasn't a one-off. And that's quite the indictment.